they operate alike. And okay, so let me explain some of the things that. Okay, so welcome to today's class. Um, we're going to continue our practical steps to be free from loan apps, which I believe is very, very important. We learn more about this thing, and you really need to know more about loan apps and how to be. It's not just about loan apps. Generally, all these microfinance and banks, financial services, all the financial institutions, because uh, they operate alike, and it is very, very important we follow the right thing, do the right thing at the right time, and at the same time go through the right channel. So please, well, everything we are telling you here is primarily based on not just about consent, primarily based on what we have learned from. I mean, we were able to have a conversation with many legal persons, and we've been there for a very long time, and you can trust whatever we are telling you. In fact, practicalize it yourself. You realize that this is just the best, the only solution that you can use to be free from loan apps. Any other approach is illegal. Any other approach is outrightly illegal. So I encourage you to follow our steps, follow all the instructions that we have given you in the past. The only way you can be free from loan apps is to stop this borrowing, and you focus more on how to be free from them. Know your right as a borrower. So let's continue. The first question I have with me here is, what if they threaten to blacklist your BVN and possibly take it to the credit bureau, thereby nullifying your chances of getting a loan in the bank, in the banks? The truth is this: do you want to continue in your penury, in poverty, in defamation, in in financial ruin? Do you want to continue in financial? Do you want to wait until everything you have ever worked for are now destroyed by loan apps before sense will return to you? Because many people, they are so naive, ignorant, uneducated. So which one is better? For them to report you to credit bureau and you have peace of mind, and you have a better life, than you keep paying back the money and everything you have worked for, we go for it. Which one is better? What is credit bureau to you? What is credit bureau to you? Is it just like, if they report you to credit bureau, how is that a problem? Do you live your life on loan? Many of us, the many people that are asking this question, it's not because they care about credit bureau. They've never heard about credit bureau before in their life. If not because of loan app, they don't even know anything about credit bureau. But because they said they have reported them to credit bureau and they will not be able to borrow. Many of them, they have never borrowed from banks before, and they are panicking about this thing. So which one is better? To remain in perpetual bondage or to be free? If they report it to credit bureau, is nothing. Let them go and report. Yeah. Who told you that they've not reported to credit bureau in the first place? Under normal condition, the day you report, you apply for that loan, and they approve the loan, and they disburse the facility to you. Under normal condition, they're supposed to send a copy to credit bureau to tell them that, oh, I've given this guy money, with this so BVN, and he's supposed to pay back this. But this criminal, they will not do that because they want to extort Nigerians. They want to do more. They want to extort Nigerians. So I encourage you, forget about this loan app. Get your sanity back first. Get your sanity. If you're able to get your sanity back, you will have more than enough time to say maybe in about 4, 5, 6, 7 years or 2 years, you can sit down and say, okay, how much did I borrow from you? How much did you report and all that, and pay off. So why do you want to kill yourself because they report your BVN to credit bureau? What? It makes no sense. In fact, it's more or less like an opportunity for you to be free. If they say they report you to credit bureau, say tell them thank you. When I have money, I'll pay it. When I have money, I'll pay it. Just take a break. You can't because you are owing and the next thing is you want to end your life. Let's be guided. Please, let's be guided. The next one is, what if person collects loan and pay, will they still disturb you? What if you collect loan and pay off? So I think the person is trying, what if you have collected the loan and you have paid off? Will they still disturb you? One thing people don't understand about loan app is this. If you borrow money from them, they will ruin you. If you don't borrow money from them, they will call you as if you are owing them and be asking you to come and borrow. And what are they trying to do in essence? What they are trying to do basically is that they are trying to reconfigure your mind such that you will not, anytime you are in need, you will go back to them. This idea of paying them back after you have borrowed from, pay them off, you are just deceiving yourself. And I put it to you that you will still go back to your vomit. In fact, you will lick your vomit. Stop this thing. There is the only solution to this thing is to burn that bridge. If you think, let me just pay off and move on with my life, you are not being truthful to yourself. That's the truth. You are not being truthful. You are not being truthful. You are naive. Because the truth is this: you pay off, they will increase your credit limit. When they increase your credit limit, they will start calling you. They will even sell your phone number and a number of your data to other loan apps. Any new loan apps will start calling you that you should come and borrow money. That's the problem. That they should come and borrow money, and if that come and borrow money, come and borrow money, come and borrow money, come and borrow money. Now, the problem will continue like that over and over and over and over and over and over again. What are they trying to do? They're trying to reconfigure your mind such that you will now have, anytime you are in need, small thing like this, you will go back to you go back to them, because they will keep calling you almost every 2 weeks, every month, that you have a loan offer. They will send a message to you. They will show you advertisement. They will reconfigure your mind. That's why if you don't burn this bridge, you will still go back to it. It may be sweet, it may be enjoyable now. See, people should not take you serious if you are still borrowing from loan apps. That's the truth. They should not take you serious because it's a clear indication that you lack financial discipline. It's a clear indication that you lack financial discipline. It's just too clear that you lack financial discipline. So the moment they stop paying, the moment you pay them off, you say you want to, except you are able to discipline yourself, which 90% of people that are paying off, they will still go back to it again. They will borrow again. The best thing to be free from this thing is to stop paying them. Burn that bridge. Burn the bridge completely. Burn the bridge. Burn that bridge completely. If you must pay, you can pay. If you say you want to burn the bridge and you want to pay, you can pay their capital and move on. Let them. If you don't burn that bridge, you will not be free from them. Because we can't wait until our government, they are trying to pamper them now. So we need to be very careful. Because how do we want about 1,200 of them, 1,400 of them in Nigeria alone? How do you want to go about? So virtually everybody have access to quick loan that will destroy them. The Lord will give us understanding. The next question is, How do I identify a loan shark? It's very, very simple. To identify loan sharks, any loan apps that will give you a facility, and that facility is above 5%, or let's say at worst 7%, they are all loan sharks. But this loan shark thing is in grades. Do you get that now? Grades in the sense that there are some they are giving, like, there are a lot of CBN license loan apps. They are CBN license, but they are scammers. Some of them are giving as much as 20% on loan. Let me tell you something. Anybody that will give you loan above 5%, they are stealing your future from you. You are trading away your future for money. Any loan that you want to get and it's above 5%, you are trading away your future. That's it. You are trading away your future. Because these guys will kill you. You will not be able to pay back. Even bank loan is difficult to pay back, not to talk of a loan above 5%. That's loan above 5% is about 60% in a year. They have killed you. They have destroyed your life. Which business do you want to do that you will make more than 60% net profits in a year? I understand that there are a lot of business that you can do, but that monthly uh, installment that you are paying will not allow the business to grow. You don't. Maybe many of you don't factor. Many of you just believe that, oh, I invested maybe 10 million naira into business and I made 100 million naira back. Therefore, I've made a lot of profits. That's not how business works. You need to calculate so many things. You need to calculate facilities, calculate every other thing, expenses, everything, to come up to arrive at a um, particular profit. So, for a loan app or microfinance to offer you 10 million, what do you call it now? 4%, 10%, 15%, 20% in 7 days. Bro, you don't have life at all. You are just working for them. They will crush you, they will crush. Have you ever seen even billionaires? They don't banks, they off banks and MFB, they offer as low as 2%, 2.1%, 3%. Billionaires get their interest as low as 1 point something percent. You that God is helping you, you are still struggling with life. You are getting loan as higher, interest on loan as high as 20%, and you believe you will prosper, and you believe you will make it in life. You are just digging your financial grave, as in permanent financial grave. That's what you are doing. So let's be guided. Let's be guided. Enough of all these things. Let's be guided. Loan apps will ruin you. Microfinance banks, some of them are 4.4%, 5%, 7%. And loan sharks, any loan shark, number one, anybody that is charging 10%, 15% on loan, they are all loan sharks. So 99% of loan apps are loan sharks. But loan sharks, they have grades. All those loan apps that will defame you, any loan apps that will defame you, that will cyberbully you, that will send that will do sextortion, that if you don't post, if you don't pay now, they're going to send all your nude picture to your contact. That's extortion. Cyber stalking, bullying you, sending messages that they are going to defame you, this. Cyberbullying is to call you names, call you all manners of things, as in just disgrace you, or blackmailing. Any loan app that will send that kind of nonsense to you, and you still pay the money, they need to examine your brain. They need to examine you. Any loan app that will send it, that will bully you this way, and you still have this mind that, okay, you know what, let me pay. They need to examine you very well. Something is wrong with you. You need to be, you need, stop paying all those mad people. Defamation, cyberbullying, cyber extortion, all the moment they send to you, just you alone, shishi, don't pay again, couple don't pay again. That's just it. Enough of all this thing. That is the only way we can make sure that they are accountable. That's the only way. Because these guys, they've turned themselves to zombies, devouring people. The next question is, what will be loan app next move after so many calls and text messages? What are you guys waiting for? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's no next steps. Everything starts online and we end online. Any other thing, na rubbish. That's the only thing, that's the only weapon they have. Text, messages, cyberbullying, cyber stalking, sextortion, that's what they have. That's the only message that they have. And everything ends there. And you should be very sure that everything they are sending to you, make sure you have a copy of it. As they're sending it to you, snap it, send it back to the person. As they're sending it to you, snap it, send it back to the person. To tell you that I have a copy of this, so that's just it. Everything ends online. Tell them if they call you, switch to video call. You'll be shocked that the person will. If they call you on WhatsApp, switch to video call. You'll be shocked that the person will want to pick your call. Why? Why? So let's be guided. Let's be guided. Enough of all this thing. Nigerians must be free from harassment. Nigerians must be free. Anybody that send a message to you, call you names, call all manners, and send all manners of nonsense to you, tell them straight up. Not that tell them straight up that if you need your money, meet me in court. If you need your money, cobble, don't pay again. Someone cannot be cyberbullying you, cyber stalking you, sending your sex messages, remove your image and add sex image to the image, edit it and send it to you, and you still have the audacity, the mumu stupid audacity to pay back that kind of money just because you don't want them to. I don't understand how people think. Just because you don't want them to send it to other people. Did you commit that crime? Did you do such thing? So why are you afraid of yourself? Why are you scared? Why are you scared? Number two, they can't even send that kind of thing online because Facebook will ban their account. All the social media will ban their account. So why are you scared? So let's be guided. There is no next step. Everything ends there. They are at your mercy. Okay. The next question is, please, I'm looking for a loan app that I can borrow from. I want to support my mom to bury her dad, and we will pay it back after the burial. You need deliverance, as in stupidity is is really giving a lot of people nonsense. You don't borrow money for illegal thing. You don't borrow money for something that will not give you profits. As in, some people are so weak in mind, weak in business, weak in decision making. You don't borrow money for luxury. You don't borrow money for party. You borrow money for something important. It's not just about loan apps. That's how many people will go to Lapo and borrow money to go and buy rice. You borrow money to go and buy. Now, how do you intend to pay that kind of money back? When you finish your burial, where do you want to get money? So you assume that people will give you money during burial so that you pay back. What about the interest? That's how many people are now in perpetual debt, borrowing money for number one. Even if you use loan up money to do business, that business will collapse. Not to talk of you are now using it to do stupid things. If you can't, if they let the dead bury is there their dead body. You don't have any business with this kind of thing. What's your if must you do burial? Must you do burial? The person wey don't die, don't die. What's the problem? What's the problem? Any money that you cannot get outside, any money that you cannot get during your as in from friends and family, go to friends and family and get money. You don't borrow. Borrowing is spending tomorrow's money today and make tomorrow extremely difficult to live. Perpetually, you start cycling problem. You start pushing problem, cycle problem. Is a no is an unending cycle. That's why many people today they will continually be in penury because of their stupidity. That's many people that are poor today is as a result of bad decision, using money for illegal thing. And I encourage everyone, if you must borrow from banks and all those things, you borrow to do business. And I tell you, I put it to you straight. Any money you borrow from loan apps, if you use it for any business, that business will crash. So I put it to you, stop borrowing from loan apps. You have been living before this loan app thing started, and you can do without them. Thank you. The next question says that I work as an IT staff in a reputable bank. Hope this won't affect my job. My brother, forget about all those nonsense. It can't affect anything. However, you still cannot have access to loan. So what you need to do is very simple. Check the loan app. Just take a break. See, that's the only thing you need to do. Take a break. Take a break. Since you are currently working in a reputable bank, take a break and stop paying. If you think you won't be paying them gradually, you just be deceiving yourself. Take a break, stop paying them. Okay? So when you stop paying them, check those who have reported you to credit bureau. Those ones, give yourself like 3 months or 4 months. When you give yourself 3 months or 4 months, you pay those ones off. Just pay them off and move on with your life. So that the reason why I say you should pay them off is because so that you will have access to loan in your bank, which is way better. I think their own is even 1.5, 2%, and the rest, which is way better. So that way you will have access to better loan. You'll take a break. Then the rest, don't pay. Just move on with your life. It can't affect anything. So this thing will only affect those in banks, financial institutions, all those anything related to finance. You will not have access. And sometimes, if you want to work in a bank, sometimes they check your BVN, your credit report to know your credit worthiness. That is if you want to work in a bank and the rest. So it will affect that aspect. It may affect because they might likely check your credit report, but most of the time it will not even affect. So that's the best thing. Just take a break and move on with your life. Don't say, I want to be paying gradually. You can never finish paying loan apps. The more you pay gradually, the more you are digging your financial grave. So the best thing to do is take a break, let them report to credit bureau and pay them off. The worst that can happen is if you want to get a loan, bank will now say, okay, what is going on? And you say you are paying it. And another thing they do, even if you want to get a loan, if you are holding any of these loan apps, and then you want to get job in banks, they can even ask you that, okay, this how do you intend to pay this money? You pay gradually and you finish paying it. That's all. So aside financial institutions, nothing. It's not going to affect anything. You can't, because you are working in a bank now and you remain perpetually in loaner bondage. You can't be free, because the more you are paying them, the more the money will keep growing. So you need to wake up and break free from these criminals, from these cobwebs. The next question is, I sent them a message to restructure the loan and stop the daily interest so I can pay gradually. What do you think? You are just giving yourself unnecessary ignorance. It's a good thing for you to send send an email that they should restructure. I can guarantee you that they will not even, they will decline it, that you are not qualified to restructure. That's the first thing. The moment they send a message, they reply you that you cannot restructure your loan. Reply them and thank them that, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity not to pay your money. And then they tell them straight that cobble, you are not going to pay again. Because under the law, you have every right to restructure your loan if you can't pay. You have every right to restructure your loan if you can't pay. And to me, it's a good thing to do that, but restructuring is terrible. Now, for instance, if you are owing, let me give you instance of restructuring. Let's say you are owing 1 million naira. I want to restructure to 2 million, to 24 months. Let's say, for instance, as 2 years. They will now calculate it as 1.5 and spread it across 2.24 months. And they will use the same principal interest to do the calculation. By the time they use the same interest to do the calculation, you realize that you don't finish. Because at the end of 24 months, you are going to be paying nothing less than 2.6 or 2.8 million. So restructuring will not even help you. But it's a good thing to send a mail. If they said they are not going to allow you to restructure, then tell them you are not going to pay anything again. So if they say they want to restructure your loan, you have to make sure that they restructure your loan based on CBN policy. I think I'm going to talk about it much later. CBN policy about loan restructuring. We talk about it extensively. So please, the best thing you can do for yourself now is it won't take you anything. Just take a break. You'll be shocked that after several months or years, they will call you that you should just return the money and move on with your life. So that's just it. I'm not saying you should not restructure the loan. If you think what they offer is okay, why not? If you must do this, I think the one that is better is just to liquidate the loan. If you have the money, just liquidate the loan and move on with your life than to restructure. The next question is, I'm scared I'm owing over 400K and my husband now is my guarantor. I don't want him to know. What should I do? You see, that is the kind of mumu a lot of people are into. You make your husband your guarantor and you don't want your husband to know about it. Why did you make your husband your guarantor in the first place? Knowing fully well that they are going to call him. Do you want to die in silence than them calling your husband? Why can't you go to your husband? Many people if you know the number of people that have lost their marriage because of this loan app, because of this stupid thing, that they will keep this thing to themselves until everything don't burst and the whole thing will scatter. Imagine, I encourage you, go and tell your husband right away. You know how to talk to him so that everything will be calm. Go and tell your husband right away. Don't break your marriage. If you, at least this is our third year of fourth year of battling with these criminals. More than 100 homes has been destroyed. 100 have been destroyed. More than 100 homes have been destroyed. 100 homes have been destroyed that have recorded. Don't let your own join this thing. Because imagine sometimes ago, they sent a message to one man. I mean, um, she was hoeing, the wife was hoeing, and they sent a message to one of these loan apps, sent a message to the man, to the person, the lady's contact, that the man, that I have a confession, I am this. They mentioned the person's name, the husband name. They mentioned the husband company name. They said, I'm this, I'm this. I've been having knowledge of my. They didn't use that word though, because of I'm using this word because of social media. That I'll be having carnal knowledge of my two children, and I have a confession to make. Imagine sending that kind of information to the lady's contacts. About 100, about 50 of our contacts saw the message. Imagine the damage these criminals have caused. And you expect that kind of that loan app agent to prosper in life, destroy a complete home just because of loan, not more than 50K. So the first thing you need to do, talk to someone. Don't die in silence. Don't die in silence. Talk to someone. Many people are dying gradually because they believe they can handle this thing on their own. They believe they can handle this thing on their own, which is killing them gradually. I encourage you, go and talk to your husband now before it's too late. Talk to your husband, tell your husband, this is what I'm going through, and explain. The worst thing that can happen is every 9 p.m. every day, we normally have our meetings. Tell him to join our live session, and we explain everything to him, and so that he will be able to fight alongside and kick these mad people far away from our land, from our country, because they've ruined too many, they've ruined lives. The next question is, let's say reported me to credit bureau. What should I do? How did you know that they reported you to credit bureau? Most of the people, they will tell you that they reported you to credit bureau. They did not even have and it's maybe let's say we sent a message to you that we have reported you to credit bureau and something of that nature. And some people will assume it's from let's say. Let us even assume that they have reported you to credit bureau. You should be happy. You should be happy because couple, you're not going to pay back. Because I know this Lense very well. They defame, they do all sort of things. Any loan apps that defame, that will send messages to all your contacts, that will torment you, that will harass you, if you pay that money, you need, as in, they should flog you like as if they should flog you more than the way they flog Jesus Christ. As in, you need to receive 40 stroke of cane. 40 stroke. 40. Let them, every man to give you 40 stroke. Because how can someone defame you, send messages to all your contacts, calls you name, called you more than 100 times in a day, send all manners of curses to you, go to your social media and be tagging all your friends that you are owing them, and all sorts. And you still have the audacity to say, I will pay them back. If you see anybody that has mumu as you, God, as in, you should charge that person to court. charge that person to court. That, yeah, I've seen someone that as stupid as Mumu as me. If anybody is defaming you, cyberbullying you, cyber stalking you, blackmailing you, sending message to your contact, doing all sorts of things like that, and you still want to pay them. Thank God I do not know you. I would flog you like as in you need that flog, as in flogging, you need it like the back of your hand. Nigerians must wake up from this madness and get sense. The next question: the loan apps I'm holding said I can't restructure since it is already past due date. Please, what can I do? They are disturbing me. Tell them straight off that you are not going to pay a dime again. Straight off that you are not going to pay a dime again. The only condition that they cannot restructure is if they did not have overdue interest. But if they are having overdue interest, tell them you're not going to pay a dime again. And make sure you don't pay a dime. Because under CBN policy, you have 100% right to restructure your loan. You don't have money. Maybe you lost your job or business is not going well. Where do you want me to see money to pay you? For crying out loud. Where do you want me to see money? Do you want me to go and steal because I'm owing you? If you are not going to do that, then take me to court. It's as simple as that. And Nigerians need to wake up because Nigerians don't know their rights. We're going to do a lot of research on this. We're going to educate people about about their rights. Let's wake up from this slumber. Let's wake up. So if anybody is not allowing you to restructure your loan, is not allowing you to pay it gradually, is adding daily overdue interest on your loan, so that you can perpetually become their slave, and you are still paying that kind of money, you need cane. Let them go to court if they are not ready to, if they know they cannot abide by your rules, by your terms. Let them go to court. Would you want to buy yourself because some people, sense is far from them? Do you want to buy yourself because you want to pay people back? That's just it. You are not saying you don't want to pay. I'm not even referring to those who are defaming. I'm referring to even the CBN license one. You said, okay, I don't have money now, but let me be paying gradually till I finish paying it. You have to stop this overdue interest. They said, no. Why are you paying them? Why are you paying them? For what reason? Even if you get to court will stop all interest and say you should keep paying. And that's where you get justice. The court will stop all interest and say, okay, keep paying it till you finish paying it. That's the highest. If they're not going to go by that rule, then let them forget about it. This is a civil matter. It's not a criminal offense. It's not a criminal case. The next question is, I saw a debit alert of 9K for my new credit, and I know I didn't use my ATM card when registering it. It's very simple. We have said this thing over and over and over and over again. Debit alert. If you are owing any loan apps, you don't have to bind your card. You can use pay. The moment you use Paystack or you transfer 15 naira or whatever from your bank or whatever, they have it. So the bank that you used to receive that money belongs, as in they have access to it. They can withdraw their money. So it serves that your bank serves as collateral for them. Let me use it that way so that you understand. So the best thing you do is move your money to another account and enjoy your life. That's it. And enjoy your life. If they are ready to come to terms, then you negotiate. And if they're not ready to come to terms, if they keep adding over 1% daily overdue interest, enjoy your life. Move on with your life. These are criminals trying to extort people. 19%, 20% on interest, 20% interest on loan in a month, not even up to a month, 28 days or 21 days, and you'll be adding 1.5% every day. If you had 1.5% every day, that's about 45% in a month. All in the name of I did not pay. So how do you want me to pay? I've not been able to pay 20% in a month. You are expecting me to pay 45% in a month. Does that make sense? And Mumu Nigerians are paying them. Another question. I thought the preaching should be don't borrow if you can't pay back. If we stop borrowing, who will help us in time of emergency? Some people are so naive, they don't have common business knowledge. How long before borrowing loan app started, before loan app came to an assistance to our shore, how have you been solving your emergency problem? You have been killing people, you have been buying people because you want to solve your emergency problem, or what? How have you been solving your emergency problem that no lab is now your major source of revenue that you rest on, a present help in times of need? Who told you that you are digging your financial grave? You call it solving your emergency problem. So now you thought preaching should be don't borrow if you can't pay. Tell me how many people that have not paid loan apps back more than 10 times. I'm not referring to those who are criminals in nature. There are some people that what they do is they are looking for loan app that they can borrow money from and they run away. We're not referring to those ones. We test every of the activities, we test such thing. That is criminal, that is evil. Now, most people have paid back loan apps more than 10 times. So what are you saying? They pay back loan apps more than 10 times. More than 10 times. And unfortunately for them, maybe because of the current situation of things, they were unable to. Okay, let me give you a scenario. Someone borrowed money from a particular loan apps and unable to pay, as in there was a salary delay for about 2 weeks, and hell broke loose because he was unable to pay because there was a salary delay. It's supposed to pay about 20, 21, 24 or some 21 or thereabout. But there was that salary delay till first week in the following month. And because of that, within the space of 2 weeks, that money skyrocketed from 120 to about 150. Is that what we call lending? Is that what your father gave you as lend? If that is what our fathers were enjoying, we will not have anything as we speak. Another person, let me give another scenario. Someone borrowed money from one of the loan apps, and um, she had, I think, miscarriage or something, and was hospitalized for a whole month or something, or I think 3 weeks, and unable to pay back. By the time she opened the app, from 250 going to about 400 or something. So what are you saying? Some people, they just have this myopic thinking. It's not just about, there are many loan apps that are good. I think about 4 or 5 of them. The rest, the moment they don't have VIP, no VIP. If you like, if you have borrowed from them for over 100 times, the day you default, the day you stop paying, that is when you will see the other side of them. They will treat you like trash, like you are less than dustbin. Is that what you call lending? That you cannot tell them, I'm in the hospital, please, I can't pay this money now. I'll pay in 2 weeks' time. And hell is like they will unleash demons on you. Does that make sense? So another one person is one person unable to pay, maybe due to weekend issue. The next thing is within 2 days, they started sending all manners of messages to his contact. Does that make sense? So we can't preach that kind of nonsense that you are saying. We can't, because this is outrightly illegal. Under CBN law, you have 72 hours to pay back loan. And if they want to add any overdue interest, they should add 1% to it, not 1% per month, not 1% per day. So that it will be very easy for the person to pay. So that's what we're saying. This is a criminal act and it has to stop. And the next question says, I regret paying loan apps today. I use all my salary to pay the one I'm owing, hoping to get higher loan. Unfortunately, I was asked to try again in the next 30 days. See my life outside. Yes, it's good for you. That your life outside is even good. Yes, it's good for you. Because I see no reason why the reason why you pay loan app is you need more money. And eventually that's how you start running towards that, and they're tormenting you. You have been living a better life before loan apps. So you need more money. You need more destruction to your life. Borrowing from loan apps is like is a trap. You are destroying your future yourself. As in, you are selling your future to another person. You are selling your future to loan apps. It's good for you. So that sense will come to you. Sense. Because many people don't have sense at all. Loan apps, you are paying more than 20, 30, 40 loan, 40% on loan. And you cannot reason to let you know that this is a trap. They are buying your future from you. And you don't have that sense to know that they are buying your future from you. It's good for you. God really saved you. And it is time for you to stop borrowing from these mad people. God really saved you. Stay within live within your means. Live within your means. You can, this small money that you borrow, the salary is not even enough. The salary is not even enough for you. You're not using the salary to pay loan. So next month you borrow again. 2 months time you borrow again, hoping that they will increase you. Something is wrong. That is why some people perpetually they can't be rich. Is that they can only be rich at the mercy of God. Because poverty is like second nature. Let's say your salary is 100,000. You borrow 100,000 naira from loan apps or 80,000 naira to pay 100,000 naira. Now next month you borrow 100,000 naira because you wanted them to increase your limit. That would be you are going to pay about 140,000 naira within a month. Look at it now, 140. Now your salary is still at 100,000 though, which is certain that the money you use it for nonsense. You use it to drink beer. You use it to do all sorts of things. You use it to some you use it to play lotto and the rest. So nothing meaningful that you use the money for. You are borrowing to eat. That's the surest way to sell your future. Surest way, borrowing to eat is the surest way to sell your future. And just needs to wake up because people are not intelligent at all. Very, very unintelligent people. Then just needs to wake up. So stop borrowing from loan apps. Stop paying back loan apps. Stop borrowing. Burn this bridge before it's too late. If apart from what the damage these guys are causing, it will destroy everything. As in, you are selling your future, you are trading your future away by borrowing from loan apps. Let's be guided. The next question is, but please don't be angry. Can they call police for me? Are you a criminal because you are owing loan? I'm angry. Are you a criminal because you are owing? Are you a criminal because you borrow? That's kind of nonsense, ignorant, uneducated mind. That's what we want to yank off from Nigerians. You must be free. You must know your right and exercise your right. Nobody should. If anybody arrested you because you borrow, you have our contact. Call us. Just have evidence that you are arrested because you borrow. Let's see if the person will not pay damages. Stop this panic thing. The only thing they can do is, okay, maybe they have been calling you, you did not pick. That's why we always tell people, pick their call. If they give you bass boost, give them double bass boost. Just make sure you do it in line with the policy, with Nigerian policy. If they call, if that's the only way, or they reported to police that you are maybe you wanted to harm them, you wanted to use cutlass on them, and all those things. That one, a physical thing. That's the only way police can be involved. Not that they are calling you and you are supposed to pick their calls and give them water back to back. Nobody can arrest you because you are home. This is not a criminal offense, it's a civil matter. Anybody that wants to get his loan, let them get it in court, not with police. Us police business with loan. That's not there, it's not that jurisdiction. The next question is, I just want to pay their capital and be free. See, a lot of mumu don't know many things. Because many people believe that they are religious, therefore you must pay their capital and move on. See this chart now. Now, this is fair money and it's applicable to all loan apps. All. Both banks, all of them. This is a standard approach. So I'm not saying talking about fair money alone. All of them, both carbon, bank, all banks. The only difference is that banks, their interest rate is not as much as this. See, this person supposed to pay, I think this person borrowed about 1 point something million, if I'm not mistaken. Now, and it's supposed to be paying back 374,000 naira every month. 374 every month. Now, anytime this person pays 374,000 naira every month, out of that 374,000 naira paid, only 91% goes to principal. The remaining 280 something percent goes to interest. So to them, you are owing 1 point something million. Check the first payment. The first payment, this guy paid 269 or so. Out of 269, 60,000, which is just about 20% of the money or 25% of the money, goes to principal. 25% of what he paid, though, not the entire money, goes to principal. The remaining 70% is for their faji, is for their operational costs, for if they want to carry olosho, if they want to drink beer. So for you to say, let me just pay the amount I borrow, look at this guy now. This guy, before he can pay the amount he has borrowed, as far as they are concerned, out of 24 months, before you can pay 1 million naira back, you must have paid more than 18 times. More than 18 times before you can meet that amount, that 1.4 million naira that this person borrowed. 18 good times before you can reach up to 1.4 million naira. So there is nothing like, I want to pay the capital and be free. You're just deceiving yourself. Because the amount you pay is just like a waste. It's like you are servicing the interest. So to them, you have not paid. That's why we encourage everybody, stay away from these lunatic people. Stay away from them. If you must borrow, go to normal microfinance bank, go to normal CBN policy, go to normal bank, go to Bank of Industry and borrow. Must you borrow in the first place? Many people don't even need this money. So there's nothing like, I just want to pay capital. You are just deceiving yourself. That's a shared ignorance. And I hope this will help you, because it's applicable to all of them. Real Money, First Bank, all of them. The only difference is that Real Money, First Bank, GT Bank, is that their own is, the interest is low. So the amount you pay back, you still pay back their capital after you have paid more than 18 times. but the interest is low. The amount you are paying back on monthly basis is a bit lower. But it's the same principle. The ratio is 30%. That ratio 30 to 70. Some they use 20 to 70. And they will call it reducing balance. That's how it works. So let's be guided and stop this ignorant mindset. The next question is, how can I block their calls? Why do you want to block their calls? Except if they are using robot call to call you. Just install Truecaller, block their calls. If you are using iPhone, if you are using iPhone, you upgrade to premium and see if Truecaller will work for you. Install Truecaller, upgrade to premium and block. So if they call you on WhatsApp or they send a message to you on WhatsApp, reply them, don't block them. Why do you want to block them? If they're saying anything, give them water back to back, and you'll be free. The next question is, do I need to create a disclaimer for this? Do I need to create a disclaimer for these loan apps? You only need to create a disclaimer for loan apps you downloaded outside Play Store. Or a disclaimer, or if you have been holding loan apps for a very long time. Or if you have been using loan app for a very long time, as in 2021, 22, 23, sometimes late 2024, and they have access, those ones they have access to your call log and contacts. You can send disclaimer. In fact, to me, I think it's better to send disclaimer to all your contacts so that you can break this. I don't want them to call your contact. Report yourself to your contacts so that your contact will not be calling you again. You have said it, so what's your problem? Report yourself to your contacts. But to me, I don't see, if you are owing CBN license, they can't defame you. So you need to know the difference between those who can defame you are the ones that you downloaded outside Play Store. Those who can defame you. CBN license cannot defame you. And many of the loan apps, if you started borrowing from loan app about 5 months ago, 1 year, 2025, 2026, they cannot defame you. They don't have access to your contact, except very few. Highest 10 or 15. So they don't have access to your contacts. So just enjoy your life. The next question is, with loan apps, can they report me to the credit bureau? How is that your business? How is that your business? If they report you to credit bureau, no wahala. If they don't report you to credit bureau, no wahala. Just move on with your life. Whether they report you to credit bureau, will credit bureau be looking for you and be chasing you away? Do you think credit bureau what do we call them? Police, that they will be running after you? Do you think they are custom that they will be running after you? Credit bureau is very simple. They are repository, they are financial organization that keep record of every lending facilities in Nigeria. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. So why are you disturbed about all those nonsense that can they report me to credit bureau? Can they do this? Let them report. It will even cure your madness, your ignorant mind that, hey, you want to borrow from loan apps. Let's just be guided and stop this wahala of loan apps. The next question is, how can I get my BVN back from loan apps? You are looking for trouble. Because that is how you will eventually go and meet some stupid people that will tell you that they can help you clear your contact from contact data and from the database. Every information supply given to loan apps stays with them forever. If you like, go and look for nonsense people that will do nonsense for you. Every information stays with them forever. Every information stays with them forever. If you like, go and be giving someone your BVN. By the time they use your BVN to borrow from different loan apps, your head that is not correct will be correct. There are a lot of people that are coming to my BVN, to my DM, telling me, hey, boss, how far now? Please, I need BVN from you. Thinking that I'm in the show of we're borrowing from you. That was then anyway. I used to curse them. If you come to my DM, I will curse you, stupid people. Some people are desperately looking for BVN that they can use. Some they use their dead parents' BVN to borrow for money from loan apps. Some they use one person use his uncle's BVN to borrow money from loan apps. To tell you how degenerate people's mind have been degenerated to that extent. If you misplace your phone now, your BVN, they will type in your BVN, as in check your BVN, know your BVN status, and they will use it to go and borrow money. So please, you need to guide your BVN. So, and this idea of to get it back from loan apps, it stays with them forever. That's why we are telling you, stop borrowing from loan apps. Take a break, stop borrowing from loan apps. The only thing they can do for you is to ruin you financially. That's the only thing they can do for you. They will ruin you financially. They will destroy everything you have ever worked for. You need to stop borrowing from them. You can live, you can do without them. There are a lot of people that are even what they will eat today now, they don't know it. Yet they will not patronize loan apps. Must you add more problem to your problem before because you want to meet an immediate need? How are you better than Esau? Why are you selling your birthright because of loan apps? Another question is, I have blocked my ATM card, so why are they still auto debit my account? They will auto debit your account because only CBN license can auto debit your account, not all loan apps. Other loan apps, the moment you block your card, they will not. But CBN, they can auto debit because they have license. So the best thing you do, move your money to another account. It's as simple as that. Move your money to another account and enjoy your life. So you are the one giving yourself unnecessary um, ignorant mind, giving yourself unnecessary unnecessary panic. Move your money to another account now and enjoy your life. Move your money to OPay and enjoy your life. Tell them if they want to pay, if they are owing any loan app that is adding overdue interest that are violating CBN policy. Tell them you are not good. Tell them that they should meet you in court. It's as simple as that. In fact, you can even charge them to court yourself if you have the money and you have time to waste. But for me, I prefer you let them charge you to court. Let's see if they can go to court. So thank you very much. We're going to talk about every other thing that we need to talk about, and all things being equal, we need to know about this thing. So let's be guided. No matter what, we can be free from loan apps. Thank you. Okay, hello again. So we're going to continue with our practical steps to be free from loan apps, and I think it is very, very important we talk about this because a lot of people they don't really know much about loan apps and they don't really want to know. They just want to be free from loan apps. There are many things involved. There are many, many things involved. And I think it is very, very important we talk about it extensively because people are just creating unnecessary ignorance problem for themselves. And I encourage you, please and please stay tuned and learn. Go to our website, nosharkreview.com, and learn how to be free from these criminals. That's the only way out. So I'm going to answer as many as possible questions today, and I believe this will help you to do to know what you're supposed to know, and at the same time to empower yourself. If you can take your time to know your right as a borrower, you'll be free from all this madness. The reason why you are still in bondage is because you don't know your right, and you are not willing to enforce your rights. You are just running, and I encourage you stop that. It's very, very important. You have to stop that kind of nonsense. You have every right to be free from them. So the first question I have with me here is that I said, yeah, this person said, I just got a mail from Credit Bureau through Go Get Credit that they have blacklisted, they have blacklisted my BVN. What can I do? You see, for them to even send you a mail that they have blacklisted your BVN, you should know that that one na fake. So it's none of your business if they have blacklisted your BVN or not. What is blacklist in the first place? A lot of people are just creating unnecessary mumu, fear for themselves. If they blacklist you, then you should be free and tell them, congratulations, I think I'm free now. So why are you calling me? What now that they are blacklisting me, now that you are blacklisting me, my BVN. So why are you calling me? Why are you telling me to do what? What exactly do you want me to do? That should be your question. That should be uh, your your response. And if they said, okay, so that they pay now so that we can remove it, tell them you're not ready. Let it be like that. It doesn't make any sense. If you have been listening to what we have been saying here, you realize that you don't even have any problem when it comes to this blacklist of a thing. You don't have any problem. You are the one giving yourself unnecessary problem. You are the one giving yourself unnecessary headache. That's the problem. And as long as you are willing to, you are ready to stay in that coven, you're going to spend years or months in their coven. When they call you, tell them thank you for blacklisting my BVN. When I'm ready, I will remove it. They're just trying to instill fear in you. I've explained. Please check my previous questions. I've explained how credit bureau works. Go to our website, go and search for from our forum, search for credit bureau. You will see tons of information about it. So that stop dying in silence. Just know your right. Tell them, congratulations, thank you for informing me. What do you expect? What do you want me to do, please? So we need to get this thing right. All right. So the next question is common mistake people normally do is to think they can pay their loan gradually. Someone sent this to me. I said, a lot of people are so naive, so ignorant, and they're not willing to learn. You'll be telling them the absolute truth, yet they will be doing another thing entirely. We have said this thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again that paying gradually will keep multiplying your loan. We keep multiplying your loan, especially with loan apps. You can do that with normal banks. You can do that with a normal microfinance bank after you have reached an agreement. When you pay gradually, these lunatic people, they are adding 1% on daily basis on your loan. And you want to be paying that kind of money. You don't know that even let's say you are owing 100,000 naira now and you pay 20,000 naira. What you are actually doing is that you are renewing the loan because they are daily overdue, which is outrightly illegal. It's outrightly illegal. So for them to be adding daily overdue is we crush you. So they want you to be in a perpetual debt. So any money you pay will go to the first go to the overdue interest and eventually to the interest. It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of money. Waste of time, waste of money, waste of resources, waste of everything waste. If you must pay gradually, make sure make sure you have the perspective about this thing. The moment you pay that money, you are just what you are doing practically is that you are telling them, please, I know that I am owing you. Just take this money, this token, go and use it to drink beer, go and use it to drink enjoy just enjoy your life. That's exactly what you are doing. So please, I encourage you, stop that kind of nonsense. If you must pay back, I encourage you to gather the money maybe after 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, and whatever. Call them, especially all those 7 days loan app. I beg, forget about those ones. Those ones are not ready for anything. They are just scammers for CBN license. All those ones you can now negotiate, and if they're not ready to negotiate with you, forget about it. Don't let any of their customer, their agent call you and say, okay, you know what, pay this so amount, and then we'll let you go. You are just deceiving yourself, because at the end of it all, they will just block you immediately. They will block you, and they won't say anything. They will just block you, because they themselves, they are trying to meet targets. So this thing, we have explained this thing over and over and over and over and over again. Stop paying this idea of paying small small. Some people are so naive and will say, okay, you know what? Let me just return the amount I borrow, and I will just uninstall the app. You're just deceiving yourself. You are still owing them, and you are still giving them. See, even if you must pay this loan apps, calculate the amount they have borrowed you in the past, and calculate the amount you have paid back. If they are equal, just move on with your life. These guys are not, the business is designed to ruin people, to destroy lives. They did not design the business to make you prosperous. They did not design the business to help you. They're not sent them, they didn't come up to help you. They designed the business so that the business model is just to rip you off. Nothing more, nothing less. And I encourage you guys to stop this peop- these people from extorting Nigerians. Okay, so the next question is: Don't have said they will send me and my family to jail. Please, what can I do? You see, a lot of people don't really understand the meaning of law. Maybe they have this notion of lapo. They used to lock people up back in those days, and they will lock you up in the toilet and all. That's why lapo, most of the time, they only target all these market women, because those ones, they don't know their rights. In fact, some of them will even get hypertension. It's outrightly illegal. Loan is not police business. They're not supposed to be part of. They're not supposed to be involved in it in any form. The only condition that can make them to be involved is when there is violence, when there is when there is an involvement of violence. Maybe there was attack, fight, or something of that nature. So for a loan app to send you this message that they will send you and your family to jail, you should tell them that couple, you're not going to pay again. They're just trying to instill fear in you. Just go and know your right, and forget about all this nonsense thing that these guys are discussing. Just forget about it, man. Forget about all this nonsense and move on with your life. There is no such thing. Borrowing is a civic offense, and not a criminal offense. It's supposed to be handled. The highest thing that can happen, as far as loan app is concerned, as far as borrowing is concerned, is court. That's the highest that can happen. Highest. Customary court, high court, supreme court. In fact, customary court should be able to handle this effectively. That's the highest thing that can happen. Whatever loan app is telling you, I will do this, I will do this, I will do that, they're just giving you unnecessary headache. When else you receive this kind of nonsense, tell them, couple, you're not going to give them again. You need to be very vocal and very bold. Challenge them. They are clearly in a CBN violation, violating CBN policy every day, every now and then. Tell them, oh, I want to see you. I want to come to your office. They will not allow you to come. Is that business? A business that nobody can come to your office. Is that what we call a business? So you should have this idea that these guys, they are just criminals in nature. If you hear anything, if they hear anything like, oh, police they come like this, all of them will start they will pick race. Does that make sense? And you guys are giving your hard-earned money, you are dashing them. Loan app is our modern day robbery, modern day scamming business. Leg- the legitimate scamming business. That is loan app for you. Legitimate scamming business. So please, let's be guided. Okay, so the next question is, I'm holding loan apps and I decided to block my number. Oh, this is right. I put it to you that you yourself you are a criminal. That's just it. You don't know your rights. In fact, that act is a criminal act. You borrow money, and the only means of reaching you now is which is your phone number. You decided to block your number. Do you think does that make sense? That means you have a criminal mind in the first place. Why would you do that? Why? Are you a criminal because you borrow or what? If you are holding loan apps, tell them, you know what? I don't have money now. When I have money, I'll pay. It's as simple as that. And if they're not ready to all the 7 days or all those, they're not ready to listen to you. Tell them, okay, you know what? I'm not ready. I don't have the money. Do your worst. Take me to court. It's as simple as that. The worst that can happen is even if they take you to court, you don't need a lawyer to defend you in court. You can go there and defend yourself. You don't need a lawyer. Customary court, you don't need a lawyer. And who told you that they can even sue you to court? Because they themselves they know that what they are doing is outrightly illegal. So how on earth will you block your SIM because you are holding loans? Does it make sense? Does it really make sense? So face your fear and they tell them, if they're not ready to, if all the 7 days loan up, those ones, give them water back to back. They are trying to scam you. Tell them, you are trying to scam me, I cannot give you this money. Maybe if it's your first time of borrowing from them, after 6 months, you can now say, okay, this is my first time of borrowing from you. Yeah, take your money back. But if you have been borrowing and be paying back and be borrowing, calculate the amount they have given you in the past. Then I know that some people they are holier than thou. No wahala. Calculate the amount they have given you in the past and the amount you are owing now. I mean, you have paid back. If they are equal, uninstall the app and say you are not paying a dime again. For me, I pay like air credit back in 2021. In fact, that guy, those guys, they collected more than close to 1 million or 2 million naira from me alone. That just air credit alone. And I stopped paying them. As in, they borrowed me, I think 150 or there about 150. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to pay any money again. The amount you have borrowed, the amount where you don't collect from me. Only God knows. So you need to. I said, "Cowboy, you are not going to receive from me." And today, I know they pay anything. They are criminals. Any loan apps, most of the time, any loan, once you have paid more than 3 times, you have paid back the money. Your money is your money that they are giving back to you. Now your money, then they give back to you. So if you have borrowed from them more than 3 times, especially all those 7 days loan apps, calculate it now. If you have paid more than 3 times, that is 40% in 3 places. That's about 120%. don't pay them again. Now your money then they give you back. So calculate it yourself. You know that. So why are you scared? Why are you scared? So some people they need serious flogging, serious cane. Because what you have done now, you are going and you have deliberately blocked your card, your number, so that people will not be able to reach you. That is a criminal offense by default. That's a criminal offense. Go and get your number back, and call and tell them you are not paying again. If they are disturbing you, if they are defaming you, the moment they defame you like this, couple, you should not pay again. Couple, 1 naira. If you pay that money, your mumu, your stupidity is in another level. For someone to defame you and you still pay them, you should. If you see anybody as stupid as you should call that person and sue that person to court. So let's be guided. Let's be guided. You know your rights. That Nigeria is not, that we are still praying for Nigeria does not mean you should not enforce your liberty and your freedom. So the next question is, I received a mail from CBN licensed loan apps that they will use external recovery agents to get their money. What can I do? Why are you disturbing yourself? Most of these loan apps, most of the CBN license, they are fond of sending Be Free and the rest, third external loan apps, external recovery agent. That's now on a normal thing now. How's your business with now? What you need to know is you should know your rights as a borrower. If you can know your right as a borrower, forget about all these all these recovery agents. Forget about them. Number one, it's only CBN licensed loan apps that can send you the recovery, the what do we call them? The external recovery agents, like Be Free. What you need to do, very, very simple. If you know your rights, let's say for instance, you are holding any loan CBN license, like any of these loan CBN licenses that are having daily overdue, I think it's money and the rest. That is outrightly illegal. Outrightly illegal for a loan app to be adding 1% overdue every day, turning your money to about 45% in a month because you are owing. No. That alone has given you power to stop paying them. That's just it. That alone has given you power to stop paying them. You should tell them that I'm not going to pay this money again. Go and do your worst. I'm expecting your worst. So, if any be free or recovery agent called you, you talk to them from the perspective of your knowledge in the law, in CBN policy. According to CBN policy, after 90 days, you're not supposed to had overdue interest. And these guys have been having overdue interest every month so that they balloon your 100K loan apps to about 250,000 naira within 3 months. You should ask them, is that what we call fair lending? Under CBN law, there is what we call fair lending. There is what we call restructuring. You have all this arsenal at your disposal. So anybody that violates CBN policy, they are risking a lot of things, even by themselves, because CBN can revoke their license. They're going to pay heavy damages for how much? And if CBN fines them now, they're not going to pay nothing less than 5 million, 10 million, 20 million naira. So they prefer to stay. They prefer low key. So let's be guided. This thing is very, very straight, very, very straightforward, and very, very easy to understand. Very, very easy to understand. You don't have to go through the stress of, hey, this guy will do this guy will do this, and recovery agent, they are calling you and you are now running away. Face them and tell them what is wrong with you. I'm not paying. Go take me to court. What is wrong with you? You are cheating me and you expect me to pay. Pay what? Pay what? So let's be guided. There's nothing like, I borrow from you and I mean, but no, now many people they've sent a mail to me that I want to that they were that they want to restructure, and the loan app will be telling you, I'm sorry, you cannot restructure, and you should be happy for them to send a mail that you cannot restructure your loan. You should be happy. You should be able to tell them, thank you so much for giving me, for dashing me this money, because I'm not going to pay a dime again. Under CBN law, you have every right to restructure your loan. If a loan is not convenient for you, it's no longer convenient for you, you go to them, hey, this loan is not convenient because of this, I lost my job, I did this, and that. Therefore, restructure this loan. If they are saying no, tell them, if you receive 1 naira from me, call me bastard. Nigerians are so weak. As in, I don't know this generation. Too many weak Nigerians. Too many weak Nigerians. As in, very extremely weak. Even a man that's supposed to fight, you see, a young man in his 30s begging loan apps. Young man in his 30s begging loan apps. As if those guys have done something spectacular for him. All this way. So the next question is, can CBN license microfinance bank auto debit me? Yes, they are going to auto debit you, because that's when you sign up, when you register, what you are practically doing is you are trying to you sign a consent that they can auto debit the account you used to borrow, not all your accounts. They are not full-fledged bank where they can auto debit all your account. They are microfinance bank. So the account you sign with them, they can actually auto debit that account. You get, so all you have to do, if you don't want any auto debit, just move your money to another account on them. So you negotiate if it's normal, if they are not crazy criminal loan apps, CBN license. That something is CBN license does not mean that they can do anyhow. In fact, they are under covering, and anything that will escalate their brand, they don't want it. They don't want it, and you need to be guided. So if it's that just move to another account. When you have the money, negotiate with them that, oh, okay, this is it. This is how much I can pay. This is how much you can pay. I'm free. And if they're not ready to abide by CBN policy and rules, forget about it. Just let's go. Move on with your life. Nothing they happen. Nothing they happen. They will beg you. They will give you 40%, 70% discount eventually. They will even tell you, yeah, go and pay the actual amount that you owe. So let's be guided. And don't fall victim when their agent called you and say, go and pay the actual amount that you owe. Any money that you want to pay, make sure you have a written agreement that you can lay claim of. The agents are very deceptive, very, very deceptive, giving you fake details so that they can meet their target. Okay. So the next question is, why did you advise people to stop paying loan apps since they borrow from them? Don't you think it's not right? You see, a lot of people, they have this mindset thinking that they are, as in this religious mindset. That's why most people that are vulnerable to this lunatic people, these lunar people, are the religious set of people, the Muslims and the Christians, are extremely vulnerable because they have this idea of, the Lord Jesus said, okay, borrow, owe no man anything but love. So they have that mind. They have weak discerning spirits, very weak discerning spirits, not to know the difference between those who came to steal, to kill, and to destroy, than people that are just doing normal day-to-day business. They cannot discern it. They are so weak, they are so blind that they cannot discern it. That's why they are quoting scripture that is not related to it. The same thing, Islam. Islam now, they will tell you, in fact, who do you want to talk to? Because in Islam, they don't believe in loan, that you borrow, you buy, I mean, loan, interest on loan and things like that. They don't believe in it. In fact, it's haram. So by default, these people, they will have condemned, they will have this mindset and they've condemned the idea that, why did I borrow? Why did I borrow from these people? Why did I borrow? Therefore I must pay back. Hey, may the Lord forgive me. May Allah forgive me. And all those things. Very, very, all as in zero discerning spirit. Of course, it happens to everybody. Now, this is why we advise people to stop paying loan apps. You may be tempted to say, okay, let me start from the beginning. The reason why we said everybody should stop paying loan apps, especially the 7 days and 40 days loan app. If you borrow money from them, let's say 7 days now, you have to pay back, you borrow 10,000 naira, you have to pay back 14,000 in 7 days. You pay the money back and another one. So eventually you borrow 50,000 naira from them to pay back 75,000 in 7 days. The moment you are unable to pay that money, that interest is outrightly illegal in the first place. Outrightly illegal in the first place. The moment you are unable to pay that money, within 7 days, they will balloon the money to about about 100,000 or 95,000 within 7 days. So within they are corona masters. So within 2 weeks, you borrow 50,000 naira, you are paying 95,000 naira. And your sense did not tell you that this is robbery. It's like they are robbing you. Is it a crime to borrow? No. Now the reason why people are in a serious mess. Now, if you're unable to pay, they will now start tormenting you with calls, sending all manners of messages to your contact. Not even your contact. They will first start with you, giving you daily calls, as in cursing you every day to traumatize you. And at the end of the day, once they know that you cannot pay, they will now order another set of another loan apps of theirs to come and advertise another loan app. Because you are in a disarray, you are not in the right state of mind. You just want to be free from them. Another person is offering you loan. You say, okay, you know what? Let me just borrow this one, and the same company. Let me just borrow this one and pay the other one. And eventually, when you borrow from two, you will need 4 loan apps to pay two. When you borrow from 4, you will need about 8 loan apps to pay 4. Within the space of 2 months, you could be you could be indebted to about 10 loan apps within the space of 2 months, especially all those 7 days. So those guys are designed to kill people. They are designed to ruin people's life. So it's not about money. It's not about giving loan. And that kind of loan is not acceptable in Nigeria. All over the world, it's not acceptable. Even if you download the app on Play Store, go and check it. Go and check their narration description. Before you can even publish any loan on Play Store, it has to be, according to Play Store policy, it has to be minimum of 3 months with tenure. And these guys are charging they are doing 7 days. So they're in a clear violation. They will tell them on Play Store, they will say their annual percentage rate is 40% per year. And that's the amount they will charge you on a loan in 7 days. So then a clear violation. So Mumu will say, did you not see it before you sign it and sign the agreement, before you accept the offer? You did not see the agreement before you accept the offer or something like that. Too many mumu in Nigeria that I sign an agreement does not validate that agreement is valid. That's, that is what people don't know. Any agreement that is against CBN policy is just like suya paper. In fact, paper is even worse than that agreement. It's as useless as suya paper. That's just it. That people need to understand these basic things. Any agreement that you sign with loan out and is in a clear violation of CBN policy, FCC and FCCPC policy, Nigerian data protection policy, any agreement is you it's just a piece of paper. In fact, it's even worse than piece of paper. Now suya paper, just go and print it out and go and give it to Mesuya or Meshai to go to use it and pack. It's useless. Now, the first question I will ask you is, who violated the policy? Is it the borrower or the lender? Who violated the policy? Under CBN law, you have every right to say, oh, you don't have money. Okay, you can pay on installments. Number two, you can pay gradually until you finish paying. Number three, you can restructure your loan. And these lunatic people will not allow you to do all those things, all those things that I mentioned. They want you to get the money back now. No. If you like, go and buy yourself. Just get our money. That is error. That is not the kind of Nigeria we want to pass to the next generation. What kind of wickedness is that? That is not the Nigerian we want to pass to the next generation. So if anybody is giving you this kind of nonsense that, hey, and did you not, some people, anyway, I'll talk about that one later, people that you should pay. Pay what? Pay what? Turning 100,000 to 250,000 in 2 weeks, and you want people to pay that kind of money. And some will be saying, why can't you pay the amount you borrow? Pay what? Because any amount you borrow first will go to overdue interest. So it will be as if you have never paid anything. They will eventually they will even import you to credit bureau, especially the CBN license. After you have paid. Some people now go and check it. Fair money is money, OPay and the rest, PalmPay. Some people will be paying gradually, not checking it. By the time you check, if you are paying gradually, by the time you check, let's say you borrow 500,000 naira and you are paying gradually as the money is coming to you. By the time you check, you realize that you have not paid anything. And your interest, your loan will be in 1.7, maybe up to 1.7 million naira. And yet, you have paid more than 1.2 million. And yet, they are still telling you that you are still owing them 1.7 million. To tell you that these people are lunatic and crazy. If we are not going to fight back now, they're going to extort Nigerians. They're going to make life extremely miserable for everyone. So I encourage you, stop this madness. Know your rights. Go to CBN policy, know your right as a borrower, and move on. Thank you. The next question is, but they have been sending messages to my contact list of borrowers, which I'm aware of. In that case, how did they get those contacts? If they have been sending messages to your contact list, how did they get the contacts? There are three major ways that they can have access to your contacts. They can only have access to your contact through permissions. There are three major permissions that they can use. Number one is SMS permission. Number two is contact permission. Number three is call log permission. Now, the contact permission is the baba of all. Contact permission will give access to all your contacts. SMS permission will only give access to your SMS, people that sent SMS to you and you receive, like your GT Bank and the rest. Your call log will only give access to the list of calls. I mean, people that call, the number that you receive, that called you and the number that you called out. Those are numbers that they can easily crop. That's all. Then the last one is your emergency, which you accurately supply while installing the app. Now, the good news is this: many people are are just exaggerating their problem. They don't have access to your contacts. They don't have access to it. Only a few of them. They don't have access. I'm talking from as an experienced developer, software developer, 13 years is no joke. They don't have access at all. The only way they have access to your contact is number one, there are 3 or 4 ways that they can have access to your contact. Number one is if you have been using the app for a very long time, let's say prior to this time, 2024, early 2024, they have access. Why? Because Google rolled out that policy around 2023 or thereabout that no loan app must ask for contact permission. And late 2020, mid 2025, they roll out that no loan app must ask for call up. If you are asking for contact permission and call up permission, you will not be able to publish on Play Store. You will not be able to publish on Play Store. So they don't have access at all. That's the truth. But Mumu people will not know. They will just be keeping them paying stupid money to people that will tell them they will help them clear their contact from their database. They don't have access. So SMS, just a few. Now that's number one. Number two is some people they have 10, 15 loan apps and they've downloaded one or two from True Link. They've downloaded one or two True Link. Now, all these loan apps, they have access, they have apps that you can download through link. All of them, most of them, all the normal loan apps, they have it to make money. So, like an average loan app, they have minimum of like sick loan. Now, sick loan has about 6, 7 loan apps, but it's only sick loan that is popular. Palm Credit, they have about 6 loan apps. Soko Loan, they have about 9 loan apps, but with different name. Air Credit, they have about 7 loan apps with different name. So if you download any one of them outside the Play Store, you are doomed already because they still have access to the same database. So even though this one will not defame directly, but the others will defame you. So if you have been downloading apps through link, you don't have life at all. And there is no hope for you at all, except just go and download and send disclaimer to all your contacts and move on with your life. Send disclaimer to all your contacts and never pay them a dime again. So they don't have access. You are the one creating that imaginary. How many of your contacts have called you that say, hey, they have they send message to all your contacts. Some people even exaggerate that they send messages to all their contacts, all my contacts. Ask them this simple question: how did you know that they send message to all your contacts? How many of your contacts received the email? Say, about 4 or 5. Even about 4 or 5, they are still exaggerating. That's it. So to fact check what I've just said now, if you have not been using loan app for a very long time, since 2024 or thereabout, maybe you started around mid 2025, they don't have access. Except if you have used the app sometimes ago and you downloaded it through link, so you don't have access. So stop giving yourself unnecessary headache. But that does not mean that if they don't have access, of course they will torment you, they will torment your guarantor, they will torment some other people like that. That alone, never pay a dime again. Whosoever that is sending messages to your contact, calling you names, all those things, defamation, cyber stalking, sextortion, all those things, kobo, don't pay again. The next question is I borrow 17,700. I supposed to pay 27,000. That's about 10,000 extra. So 10,000, 10,000 extra. That's more or less like 40%, if I'm not mistaken. So 10,000. Yeah, that's about 40% on this loan. Because 10% is 7. Okay. 10% is 1 7. 20% is 2 7. 20% is 3. That's about 40% on this loan. Back, I was unable to pay them. It's now about 100K now. Can you imagine? From 27,000 to 100K. How will I handle this situation? There is no situation. You don't have any situation. It's only because you are mumu, you are ignorant, and you don't know your rights. You should never pay a dime again. There is no situation to handle here. Kobo, don't pay again. It's as simple as that. Kobo. Too many mumu, as in the headquarter of mumu nation na Nigeria e dey. That's why some people will be paying this kind of nonsense money after all that we have exposed you to. Some will say, you know what, let me just pay to avoid peace. That's why you are still in your poverty stage. That's just it. You think riches will fly and jump at you? Everybody dey hustle for riches, and instead of you to hustle for your own riches, you are dashing your hard-earned riches, you are giving it to loan out. In 10 years time, 15 years time, where you're supposed to attain a certain height that will make you to be prosperous and give generational wealth to your children, loan out has collected everything from you. Now you will now be blaming God. Many mumu, I saw one mumu guy blaming God because God did not answer him because he was owing loan out, and he prayed to God, and God even answered him and directed him to our page, but yet he was saying nonsense. Kobo, don't pay again. Know your rights. This is a clear violation. This is not fair lending. This is extortion. So you need to know the difference between fair lending, extortion. Know the difference between lending and extortion. This is extortion. This is not fair lending. Anything that is above the threshold of CBN is extortion. CBN policy states that you should have 2.5% on the loan, as in that's their benchmark. Let's say you are even as in the loan app is a crazy loan app. 5% is enough. Let's say okay, because of the risk involved, 7% is enough. 7% is enough. At least you have mastered your risk. But these lunatic people will be charging as much as 25%, 30%, 40% on a loan. All this way. And Mumu Nigerians are paying back. That's the annoying part. The next question is, can they auto debit even without my card information? The SIM card I used for the bank is blocked. Is the card that I intend using for now. If you are holding CBN licensed loan apps, they can auto debit you with or without your card. I've said that before. They will auto debit you. As in sharp sharp, you could just dey see that they call it GSI. No be GSI na consent. But they can only auto debit the account you register with them, not all your account. So it's like your bank account is now your collateral. That's how it works. So just move on. But if it's just all the 7 days, 14 days, just block. Once you block your card, everything stops. No more wahala. So please, I want everybody to understand this basic principle. We have tried our best to give everyone heads up on how to be free from these criminals. So it's a choice. If you don't want to be free, It's a choice if you really want to be free. So take a break. The only way out of this madness is to take a break. Oh. If you're not ready to take a break from these loan apps, if you're not ready to stop borrowing and stop paying, you will spend, as in, you will spend years in their coven. It takes time to recover, you know. It takes time, serious time to recover. And I encourage you, stay far, far away from these mad people. They don't have any, they are here to ruin people's life. They are here to dig your financial grave. Stop borrowing from them, thinking that you are solving problem. Some people will even tell you, the beauty of money is when you are able to get it in times of need. You will see, you will soon end up in hell by that kind of statement, because that is how devil will lure you to occultism, by providing your immediate need for you. Immediate need some most times is an indication that, oh, you don't have discipline to solve your immediate need. Sometimes you just let it be, you just solve it gradually till you finish solving it, not quick. Most of the issues that we are facing for us to go and get a loan from loan apps, we can actually avoid it. Some will even borrow money from loan apps to go and play a lotto and betting, to tell you how weak, how degenerated their mind is. The next question is: I received a message from Nigerian financial institution. What can you do? What is the meaning of Nigerian financial institution? Is there any agency in Nigeria that is called Nigerian financial institution? So you don't have to worry yourself about all this nonsense. Any message you receive from any agency in Nigeria, except FCCPC, any message you receive from any agency in Nigeria regarding loan, you should know that this is fraud, fake. Now, all na fake. Go and check the emails, the sender. You realize that it's just Gmail that sent it. So, but they coin it. What is Nigerian? What is Nigerian? Which agency they call Nigerian Financial Institute? What's their business with you collecting loan? Some will say, I received a message from FCCPC, waiting EFCC that I'm wanted. How is loan related to financial crime? So there is nothing like any message you receive from loan apps that and it's coming from agency. Just forget about it. Some will even say, credit bureau contacted me. Who are you that credit bureau will contact that you are owing? What's credit bureau business? Credit bureau is just to log data, nothing else. So don't disturb yourself at all in any form. So the next question says, I don't understand anything. I just want to be free from loan apps. Please, they wanted to kill me. Please, how can I remove my BVM picture and number from them, please? You see, your problem is not even loan app. Your problem is your mumu is at its peak. That's just it. Your mumu, as in, I don't know, is actually a message of a fool. That's just it. Your mumu is at its peak. You don't want to understand anything. Your major goal in life. That's how. By the time you fall victim now, by the time loan scammers, they use your money, they use your account to borrow money. They ruin everything. They scam you from they scam you. They use your account to borrow from different loan apps. That's when your head will be correct. You don't want to, you don't understand anything, and you don't have this mind to understand. You just want to be, Your major goal is let me be free, let me be free, let me be free. We don't do that here. Know your rights. Your freedom is extremely easy just for you to know your rights. And that knowing your rights will even build your morale. You'll be able to face other challenges in the nearest future. But you are looking for quick solution, as in quickest solution. Who told you that you can remove your BVN from the database? Who told you? Just giving yourself unnecessary mumu headache. Whereas your solution is just to stop borrowing and stop paying. Because you are protecting stupid thing that, oh, I don't want your contact to know about it. Who told you? 70% of your contacts are actually owing. So why are you deceiving yourself? Why do you want to die in silence? Why do you want to buy yourself because of loan apps? That's how many of these people, of this someone similar, many people in this category now, they will sell their property, sell their land, sell their house, their their cars, sell everything to pay back loan apps. All in the name of let me just be free. As the more you sell, you just realize that the more you sell those things, the more you keep the more your loan will keep growing. Because we've not mastered your mind. That's exactly what we're doing here. We are trying to retrain your mind. That's your ignorant, myopic, uneducated mind. We're trying to retrain it. That's why that's millions of Nigerians are like this. They are looking for as in, they have very short memory. That's why all these politicians are able to capture us. You'll be shocked that by the next general election now, just give them 5,000 naira, they will forget all their troubles, and that immediate need, their mind will be suspended. They're interested in immediate need, not thinking about the future, not thinking about what will happen in the nearest future, but because of the immediate need. So you are not interested in to understand how to be free from you just want to be free. And you see mumu people will tell you now, oh yeah, bring 20,000 naira, bring 50,000 naira, you pay the money. For your information, nobody can remove your BVN from their loan apps. Whatever your BVN stays with them forever, forever. All your information stays with them forever. If anybody is telling you that they can remove your BVN from there, just know that you are that person. Your mumu na pro max. So stay away from those nonsense and move on with your life. Stop borrowing from them and stop paying outrightly. You will eventually stop paying, but don't let them destroy everything you have ever worked for before sense will return to you. The next question is, I'm really, really scared about the daily overdue interest. The way it keeps accumulating, what can I do? Minoring or major or minor. Now, will your worry stop the overdue interest? Will that your worry or your fear rather, will your fear stop the overdue interest? Will your worry stop the overdue interest? Measuring on, you see, I don't understand many Nigerians, especially Africans. They worry about nonsense. They worry about on ignorant thing. Instead of you to focus on your right as a borrower, you are worrying about accumulated overdue interest. You should know that 95% of loan apps are criminals. They're just trying to use this overdue interest to scare you so that you pay. It's as simple as that. By the time after some time now, after like a month, they will tell you, oh yeah, we'll waive all the overdue interest, pay the interest, just pay the actual amount you borrow, and then we'll let you go. And mumu people will be thanking them, thank you, thank you. Mumu people will be thanking them, thank you, they said that I should pay the overdue, they waive the overdue interest. Not knowing that you are the headquarter of mumu people. You should be secretary general of mumu people. At least They should give you rank in Mumu. Someone is extorting you. Someone is extorting you. Someone is giving you is extorting your is trying to make you give you water, trying to make sure that they ruin everything you have ever worked for. They are extorting you, and you are still thanking them for removing overdue interest. So you need to tell them that before what you have done, I'm not going to pay one kobo again. CBN policy, FCCPC, Google policy, everything is outrightly against them. Yet, people are not aware of this thing. Paying stupid money. Okay. The next question is, I think Nigeria must wake up and fight all these chinko criminals. With the help of our government, they have been making Nigerians for the past 7 years. What do you think? Yes, I agree with you 100%. If you're not ready to wake up and fight, you will spend eternity in their dungeon. They are making billions every month, collectively, billions every month from Mumu set of people. Billions every month. Now, you cannot outrightly blame government. Government has done their part. They gave us CBN policy. They gave us FCCPC policy. They gave us NDDIC policy, NDDIC, that guide and policy. I mean, guideline that nobody can tamper with your data anyhow. FCCPC regulates the amount they can charge you and all those things. The same thing for FCC did not agree that that they can't do anyhow, they can't harass you, they can't do all those things. CBN gave fair lending policies. So what else do we want Nigerian as a government to do? You are not using the government policy. Everything is in your favor. Yet you are not using it. So what else? We are not looking for a savior to go and be fighting loan apps. There are many. We have about 1,500 of them in Nigeria. Very many. One person cannot fight it. The only thing we can do is to empower you so that you know your right. That's the only thing. There are very many. And they'll keep, at least before the end of this year now, at least we have nothing less than 2,000 loan apps in Nigeria. So if you think that it's going to be business as usual, if you're not ready to know your rights, don't worry. By the time they win everything you have ever worked for in your life, that sense that you don't want to get, you will get it by force. Because some people are so gullible, so naive, so ignorant, and yet you'll be telling them, don't pay, don't pay, don't pay. Yeah, that is when they will start paying loan apps. Because they don't know their right. They're not willing to know. The reason why we are very hard on people these days is because we realize that too many mumu are paying them. Too many. These guys are just flourishing day and night. And people are just saying, one person came to us sometimes, they can say, the country economy is hard. And so the economy, are you the only one suffering the economy? Are you the only one in this Nigeria that the economy is hard on? So because of hard economy, must you sell your birthright because of hard economy? If you're a Christian, if you blame Esau for selling his birthright because of morsel of bread, God will even judge you. That's just it. God will even judge you. So, the government, they've done their part by ensuring that there are policies in place. If they're not going to follow the policy, then you too should be able to know to uphold the policy and fight for your rights. The next question is it true that if I borrow money and I don't pay back, I will not be employed into any firm or organization. Is it loan app that want to screen you or what? I don't know. Probably it's loan app that want to screen you. There is no such thing. There is no such thing. How many, you should ask yourself, how many organization or company do ask for credit reports? Even in banks, even in banks, there are certain, it's only a certain department that they will ask for your BVN just to know your risk level. It has nothing to do with your employment. It has Borrowing is never a criminal offense. So why are you disturbing yourself for crying out loud? Borrowing has never been a criminal offense, and it will never be a criminal offense. Why are you disturbing yourself? So why will a company say they cannot give you money, they cannot employ you because you are owing loan apps? Does that make sense? Now, how many companies have you gone to that they will ask you, yeah, go and bring your credit report? What's their business with your credit report? The only organization that can ask for your credit report is just banks. And that does not mean they are not going to give you the job. That doesn't mean they're not going to give you the job. So why are you disturbing yourself about credit report or whatever? Is your one is just to go there and do your job and move on with your life. I worked in an organization in fintech, and I got the job even when my fair money reported me and a number of loan apps reported me. Of course, that does not mean something may not change in the nearest future, but as we speak, none. There's no such thing. Okay, the next question is there a way I can change repayment plan to monthly if I have if I have a legal backing? You want to change from 7 days to, you see, you want to negotiate with criminals. What do you want to get with bandits? Just there is no other way than to stop paying these criminals. Nothing. Forget about all this back and forth. This information, this what we are giving you is extremely easy. Stop paying criminals, stop paying all these loan apps, except those that are following CBN law. So just know the loan apps to pay. Number one, those that are following CBN policies that are not charging exorbitant rate, maybe 5, 7, 10%. Anybody that's charging 5%, you know you should pay them. Number two, even if they are charging high interest, then there should not be any overdue interest on that loan. If they must add overdue interest, let them follow CBN policy overdue interest. At the end of 1 month, they can only add 1% to 5% on the loan, so that it will be easy for you to pay. Not that they will turn 100,000 to 500,000 naira, and they are expecting you to pay, and you are still you are scared, thinking that how will I pay this money? I'm in serious problem. I'm in this. What's wrong with you, bro? Number three, if they're not ready to allow you to reschedule the loan, and if they want to reschedule the loan, they can only add 1% to that loan. Let's say, for instance, you are owing them 200,000 naira. By the time they reschedule the loan for you, it shouldn't be more than 220,000 in total that you will pay over a period of probably 6 months for the schedule. Not that it's going to be a new loan. If it's a new loan, reject it outrightly that you're not going to pay the money. Outrightly that you're not going to pay the money. So you have the legal right to reject it. It is called, if you check CBN policy, they will call it negotiable. You can negotiate it. And if they say they are not going to accept, then so be it. Let us accept it in court. Court with. I don't know why Nigerians are not willing, they are not ready to go to court. I don't see. May God help us in Nigeria. So the next question is, if you stop paying, won't they get at you? Get at you for what? What's the meaning? All these nasty questions. So won't they get at you? What would they be getting at? I don't understand. That you are holding or what? That is why you should know your right as a borrower. Stop looking for on an irrelevant platform. Know your right. Just know your right. Know what the law says. Know what the law says. Know the policy guiding FCC, CBN, microfinance banks in Nigeria. The moment you're able to know what the law says, bro, forget about the rest. Forget about the rest. Everything will just normalize. Forget about the rest. So there's nothing they will get at in any form. The next question is, Naira Cup is now back on Play Store. What do you think? Did they file for appeal? So what they do is, see, personally from our group, we have removed over 300 loan apps from Play Store over the past 4 years. But they will eventually find their way in. So what they do is, they can they can tweak the name, register a new name, and come back. But what you should be rest assured is that once they are removed and they come back, you should be rest assured that they can no longer have access to call log and contacts. But whether you remove them, they will still come back. So the best thing is, you know your rights. They will come back and they will change their name. That why are they coming back? That is because Nigeria, too many mumu de Nigeria that are paying these criminals. That's all. As simple as that. As in, Nigeria is the headquarter of mumu people. That's it. So they will keep coming, and they will keep mutating. They will keep coming up with new names, new set of people. So there's nothing we can do as far as that one is concerned. The only thing we can do as far as loan app is concerned is, let us educate as many people as we can, so that they will know their rights from wrong, and they will be able to fight any loan apps coming their way. As simple as that. So I think we need to spend more time on advertisements, so that we can reach as many people as we can. So that's just the only solution. And of course, we need to intensify our efforts and see how federal government can pass a law that will checkmate all these criminals. Of course, they have been trying their best over the past 5 years, but it may not be enough. Okay, so the next question says, I got this message. Please, your attention is needed at Nigerian police station at Igbogbo Road, Ikorodu, by tomorrow. For what? Did the police, if the attention, did the police himself send a mail to you to get one, or Lona forwarded the mail to you that police is they want you and they needed the attention in the police station? If they will need the attention in police station, they will call you by themselves, or they will send a mail to you with their letter stamped. All those things must be there. So stop giving yourself unnecessary headache that police or they have reported me to police. Which loan app? You think anybody can just report to police that they are home? So why are you disturbing yourself with all those nonsense? Tell them that if you tell the person that if you are not going to be there, you are a bastard. Just make sure that the person is there. So stop giving yourself unnecessary headache. Stop giving yourself unnecessary headache. There's nothing like loan app will arrest you. There's nothing like that. They don't bond that policeman well. Say they will lock you up because you are not paying. That's a major. In fact, if they do that, please let us know. It's not a criminal offense. So why would they do that to you? So you should know your rights. The next question is: I listened to the audio of someone that claimed to receive SMS from FGN and they empty his account. What do you think? My brother, don't see. A lot of people will come up with all manners of nonsense messages that they empty their account because you just listen to, as in you open an SMS, and the moment they open an SMS, they empty his account. Don't listen to them. Some of them, ask them, some of them, every day, they will go to con sites. You know what I mean by con? And start watching useless pornographic film. Those websites, they are dedicated for malicious attack. They will not tell you. They will not tell you that they downloaded apps outside Play Store seeking for loan. They will not tell you that one. They will not tell you that someone called them that say, you have won 50,000 naira. Please click this link. They will not tell you. They will edit. I'm a software developer and cyber security analyst. They will edit the information that they want to broadcast. They don't mind all of them. They are criminals. Many of them, the reason why they were hacked was because they were visiting useless websites. Apart from emotional damage, spiritual damage, physical damage that pornographic will do to you. This you are exposed. You don't have life. Now you are exposing your information, your data, everything. You think that those mad people that created such website, you think they're just doing it for fun alone? So I just pray that the Nigerians will wake up from their slumber and face their life. God will help us. Thank you.
Hello, sir. We have an ex-agent in the comment section. He's requesting to come up. Oh, let him come
Oh
and
yeah,
maybe he should
okay.
come and give us
Oh yeah, oh
his
yeah.
insights.
Please. Okay, you said ex-agent, right? Oh, okay. If not ex-agent, no Allah. He's
He's
our
here
party.
now. Mm.
Hello, Mr. Ayon.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, so I say let me give you guys the expo, the behind the scene of all these loan
Okay.
apps. So I work in a couple loan apps in Lagos. I've worked for Aland. I don't know if people know Aland.
No, but
Aland. I also work with what they used to call it, cricket, cricket tech. These crickets now they have a couple of loan apps under them. So Aland now, they are Aland is only Aland. It's Little Ant. The name of the company is Little Ant, and their loan app is Aland Loan App. That one is only one. After I left Aland, I work at Quack. Quack have like 20 loan apps under their company. You understand? So as an agent, you can be assigned all of those 20 loan apps. So you'll be giving customers from different loan apps. You understand? So basically, that goes to buttress the point that we cannot really chase one customer that is not serious. If we call you and we tell you your loan is overdue or whatever, and you are showing no sign of seriousness, you are not intimidated by the threat or whatever, it is in our best interest to quickly leave you and look for somebody else. At least when we get a customer that is begging, that at least even beg or show sign that they are going to pay, and we double down. But if you are not responding at all, there's nothing we can do. Like literally, there's nothing we can do. We sit down in the office all day thinking, racking our brain. What do we do? What do we do? You can send message, you can edit document, you can bro, nothing you go do. But at the end of the day, like really, there's nothing. Then I went to cricket too. Cricket is similar to park. They have a couple of apps under them. Cash Ninja, T loan, um credit, L credit cash, and so on and so forth. A lot of apps under their company is similar strategy. So I actually believe that that there's nothing anybody can do for you. And the thing that is just there is that the only downside to it is that the embarrassment that you'll be getting from, that your contacts will just be getting. That, that one is more difficult to explain to a third party that do not know when you borrow the money. Do you get what I mean? So imagine
Yeah,
your
sure.
in-law, maybe for example, for some mistake, the number that they have on their record is your in-law. For example, imagine your father-in-law calling you that some loan people are harassing him. Is just, bad. But aside from that, there's really nothing you can do. Embarrass, yeah, threaten, and all those things. And again, they usually shuffle customers for us in like 3 days or 4 days. Some companies 3 days. Every 3 days you get a new order. In short, every day you get a new order, but some customers will stay with you for 3 days. Okay, let me explain it like this. So when we get a new order, let's say for example, we are giving 50 50 orders every day. It's usually more than 50. Let's say 100 orders every day. That's 100 cases. That's 100 customers that you need to collect money from. You understand? So when you are getting new customers every day, out of that 100 that you are going to deal with that day, maybe like 30 of them will be new customers that will be brought to your case, like that will be brought to your file. So they'll give you new customers like 30. Then the remaining ones, that 30, they'll be with you for 3 days. That means the one, I don't know if you, please, somebody should respond so I know that you guys understand what I'm saying. So every 3 days, the customers will
You've been
leave
on this. I understand what you're
your
saying.
board
I hope you can hear
and
me.
go to
You're
somebody
getting
else.
it.
So basically, it's not the same agent that is going to deal with you for the whole of your 30 days overdue. You understand? So it's going to be changing agents. Another agent is going to call you maybe after 3 days. So if, for example, now on your first day on my dashboard, if I call you and you are not giving any positive response, tomorrow, me personally, as an agent, I will not call you again. So for that 3 days, you will not hear anything from me again until you are assigned to another agent that will now start another strategy. Some agents are relentless, they like stubborn customers. So everybody with their own pattern. But for real, at the end of the day, there's really nothing to fear because even these companies too, they try their best. They always tell us not to defame customers. Especially when I was in A-Lend, they don't take it lightly. If you defame customer, if you threaten customer, if you insult customer, they will debit you. Like they'll really fuck you up.
But in reality, the problem is
So it's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, there's ultimately nothing we can do. Like there's nothing any loan app can do for you. I swear to God. They can threaten. They see different. If you are threatening, if you see where we are threatening customer, gone say sometimes you talk to some customers. Me personally, I've talked to customers that have decided that they are not going to pay, and somehow you convince them to pay. Sometimes you need to beg some customers. Me personally, I usually go with the approach of sympathy. Like I always like try and understand customer. If customer overdue does not mean that the customer is a criminal. I don't know if you get me. Like I always talk to the customer, hello, Mr. Ashegun, your loan is already 30 days overdue now. It's very unlike you. I've checked your record. You usually meet up with your payment. So what's going on? If there's an issue, let's talk and come to a compromise.
Sorry, please let me just cut you. Mr. Aon, please can you tell people in the comment section that still keep asking this question that there's nothing you can do to delete your contacts or your information from these people's system and that nobody can help you to delete your information.
you
No,
don't really
you
have
can
the
you
information.
cannot delete your information. Once your information has been submitted, is you
Thank
know
you.
As Mr. Ion, as according to him, now you work as a collector, right? There are limitations to what correct me if I'm wrong, there are limitations to what you will have access to. Abi?
Yes, depending on what day you are dealing with. For example now, when I was in Ireland, I was in reminder. So we usually go after people that their loan is yet to be due. 2 days to be precise, 2 days before your due date, you get calls and messages from us. But our own strategy is different. We offer, like, we'll give you an offer of a new loan, but you'll be incentivized basically to pay your previous loan to get a better offer. I don't know if you understand. So that's how we do that one. And for reminder, you only have access to the phone number of the customer. In short, you don't even have access to the customer picture, so you don't even know what the customer looks like. Just the phone number. You can't get the email, you can't get an address. But that changes when it is due date. On due date, you can see the customer picture, and you can see the customer address, but you can only get maybe one or two contact numbers that you can call. Meanwhile, reminder, you cannot get family or friends number to call. You can only get, maybe the customer have like two numbers or three personal numbers. You can have access to those numbers, but you cannot reach out to their family or whatever. But once it's due date, you have access to their family's contact, and you also have access to their address. Then overdue have access to their email. So it's like that. But the highest that you can have access to is that, okay, we can see your picture, your phone number, your address, your email, even your BVN. They will start some numbers. It's not the whole number that the agent will
That's
see.
what we're saying. It's a serious offense for them to see your BVN. So for a loan app to be showing your BVN, that is a serious offense by default. Because they're not supposed to open it, they're not supposed to expose it. It's so important, and people don't know these things. There are limitations to what they can have access to. That is
The
why
thing is,
thanks to Mr.
all these loan apps, they are even owned by Chinese. All of them is owned by
that's
Chinese.
the problem.
All of
This
them. I've
guy
not seen any
sold us
loan app
out.
that is not owned by Chinese.
This police and this politician showed us out completely, all in the name of they just want to satisfy Chinese. That's why they are not talking.
I've not seen the loan app
That's
that
why
is
they're
not
not
owned by
fighting for
Chinese.
Nigerians. That's why they're not fighting for Nigeria. That has always been the problem, because of what they want to get from the Chinese, for the foreign investors. Must we, because of foreign investors, jeopardize the future of our children? Now, in this, if just take a look at how even our government are borrowing from Chinese, and they allow Chinese to come in, more than 70%, don't let me exaggerate now, more than 70% of what these loan apps are owned by Chinese. Contact before, but again,
Yeah, I think
2022,
way
21.
before they have access to all your contact, like your whole phone book. There are some
Yes.
customers, when I was in cricket, all these flash credit and co. There are some customers, you see their whole phone book, their pastor number, or their market customer, or everybody that they save their number. You see everything. It depending on the agents. Now, if you now have time, what do you want to do? Who do you want to call?
If not because of Google, that is why your stupidity is at its peak. If at this time, as in what we are saying now, you are still going to download apps outside Play Store, with what you have heard now,
Yes. Some of those apps are not more on Play Store safe.
That means your stupidity is at its peak, because you are giving them complete access. Mr. Okwa explained this thing extensively. Was it on Saturday? It's like you are giving yourself out. The same way, if they want to hack any bank, anything, it's just a link. They will just send a link to. If you are working in any financial organization, banks, any fintech, solid fintech, every month, every 2 months, they will send a mail to you. That congratulations. They will send something nasty mail that will look almost exactly as your mail. If you click that mail, three times, you are likely going to be fired, because they expect you to know that you don't click any mail outside your organization. Link is as dangerous as that. Link is as dangerous as that. If you try it, if they send mail to you, because they will test you, especially if you just enter financial sector, they will train you on this. They will train you. If they will now try it, they will send you a link that from your superior, the name of the person will say everything. That is why you need to pay attention to details. If you are working in an organization, make sure you pay attention to details, or else you get fired, because you are ignorant. Link is as dangerous as time bomb. Thanks to Ogankwa that explained this thing last time. It's as dangerous as I can send you a link even on WhatsApp. You will see it as facebook.com. You can never differentiate it. The moment you click like this, time bomb, you are gone.
They can use link to access your bank account. They can use it to hack your social media account. They can use link to take control of your phone and even access your phone camera direct that they can monitor what you are doing. Link is very any link that you do not know where it come from, abstain.
That's it. Now, not to talk of you now downloading apps outside Play Store. Downloading apps outside Play Store, all in the name of you need quick money.
And giving them BVN.
It's as, in fact, that phone, my advice for you, if you have downloaded apps outside Play Store, my advice for you is go and change your phone. Because you never can tell what they have done. Especially all these Chinese, you can never trust Chinese people.
But then, if you are being honest, then they've taken over too much. The temptation is too much, because there is no social media platform that you are going to before 5 minutes that you are pressing your phone. If you want to borrow 200,000 to pay 200 and give me 1,000, click here. They will put it in your face, and then some of them, if you have had an encounter with them before, they will call you, they will text you, they will practically beg you to collect this money. And imagine somebody that is going through something financially, that even is grace of God that the person is just using to hold theirself. Then you now have one loan app that is on your case that come and collect money, come and collect money.
That is what we're
not easy.
On my Facebook stuff. People are saying, why did I tell them that? Why did I tell people that did they force you? I said, you are too naive. Who told you that they are not for? I have to explain like five reasons why that they are forcing people to borrow loan. The moment you submit your number like this, too many call about loan. What they are doing is they are reconfiguring your mind that there is help somewhere. And there is no way.
Yeah, so your mind, even when you have not collected the money, your mind is there that you have money somewhere.
It's there that you have loan somewhere else. That's the meaning of force, and they keep calling you day and night, as in sometimes every week. Even when I stopped borrowing 4 years ago, I still receive message from New Credit that I should come and borrow 300,000. To tell you that you can never be free from all these criminals until you burn the bridge.
Yes, some question. Somebody said that can they track you through your phone location? No, they cannot track you through your phone location. The only thing that is there is that they can use your phone location to verify the address that you are submitting, so that they know that, okay, yes, this is where you say you live, and that's where you are actually logging in from. Aside from that, there is no, okay, who now want to come and go to your house? Who want to come and meet to your house? So we not leave we cannot even leave our desk like that. Like, agents cannot just, when you are there from 9 to around like 5 or 6 o'clock, we only have 1 hour break. You understand? And even save our location is something that we are trying to keep on a low, because sometimes we used to be scared of police safe. We used to be scared that sometimes that there will be tension in the office, that it's like there's police in the building, that will be looking for escape route in case they come in, to show you that it's illegal, it's complete illegal work, illegal operation. So imagine. we are there, we are
Imagine
doing,
someone is
we are
working in
calling
a company
customer, we are
and
threatening them with
yeah,
the law, we are using legal actions to threaten customer. Meanwhile, we cannot even lè gbọ́ ọlọ́pàá sétí. You understand that kind of thing?
they cannot even if they hear police is coming now, everybody
Everybody is
family.
looking for exits, everybody is looking for unorthodox exit that nobody is going to know about.
I don't understand why people are so scared of loan apps. So people are dying every single day because of loan apps. And
Omo, this start when you talked about people committing suicide, omo, e really touch me because thinking about it, man, omo, e go far because the kind of threats me, I most of my work is in the reminder this thing. So when I was in Ireland, all those guys that are in overdue, omo, I used to pity some customers because the way they would talk to you, I swear sometimes you may have zero your mind that there's nothing they can do for you, like you are aware that okay, there's nothing loan app can do for you, but there are some agents they will talk to you, you think you it will touch you, ó máa dùn ẹ́ lákẹ́ ara, you will pay the money, I swear. A
we're not saying
lot o.
getting positive.
Omo, even celebrities, there are some celebrities that are seeing their profile on loan app. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, don't mention any celebrity here.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, don't
But
mention.
it's just it touch everybody basically. That's my point because
Yeah, I
even
guess.
that particular celebrity, the agents that reached out to him, they were at least they were nice. They
To
talked to him
him.
nice because he's a celebrity,
Yeah.
because they know him. But and the man cooperate. I think the man paid or something like that. But imagine.
They're not
I
ready
think
to do it.
they are benefiting from it now because
That's it.
from what I can gather, all those times that we've had police scares, that I believe strongly that the police were downstairs. They were at the building, and it's something that make them no enter. I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
something that did not make them come in to come and arrest us. So they are benefiting from it. All those bodies, they are collecting bribe on a steady from these Chinese people. I feel like
That's
that's
the
their main source of
thing.
income because if you look at it, if you look at it, how many microfinance banks are coming up right now? I can count on my 10 hands. It's not less than 10 microfinance banks in Nigeria. Like aside from the loan, now all those loan app na im make most of the other microfinance whatever, most of them, their loan apps that now maybe most of them you don't even do transfer there, but at least you will be able to borrow loan and it's under microfinance. So all those things, they get their permits from a particular Nigerian body, and they pay to get those permits because if they don't permit them, they cannot even operate at all. Like there must be some sort of regulation that goes into it before they can open operation, before they can begin operation at all.
You see, all these CBN licensed microfinance loan apps can never make it. I'm not even referring to all those loan sharks. That one is not my business. Now, let's quickly check the interest rate as approved by loan CBN. So let's start from microfinance banks. Oh, this is for current if you want to save with them. But my own is interest rates. Now, interest rate on loan, authorized overdraft and other advances, negotiable. Now, if you check the previous 2016 version, it was maximum of 3%. But World Bank compel CBN to make it negotiable and so that investors can come in. So they cap it to, okay, they didn't cap it specifically. They made it maybe maximum of 7%. At the end of the day, it can't go beyond 7% or 8%. Now, the shocking part. All this micro lending, if your higher purchase is negotiable, you negotiate it. And all this negotiable thing is basically maximum of 1%, 1.5%. Now, look at this now. Penal rate for late repayment on loan. Maximum of 1% flat per month, 1%. And those all these crazy loan apps like Fair Money, Palm Credit, and the rest, they charge 1.5 per day. That is why they can never sue you to court. If you raise alarm, they will run away because they know that they're going to lose their license. Now, all this management fee, maximum of 1%, facility, maximum of 1%, restructuring, maximum of 0.5%. By the time you do the calculation, you realize that the highest they can never charge is 10%. That's the highest. At worst, 11%. At worst, maximum that they can charge. Don't be deceived with this pay negotiable. It's not, there is a cap for it. Maybe later I'll show that. There's a cap. Maximum per month is, highest so far is 10%, 11% per month. That's the maximum. And all these crazy loan apps are charging as much as 200% per year. So know your right. Know your right. Thanks. Hello again. So today we talk about the practical steps to be free from loan apps. Uh, there are many questions that people really want to ask, and we find it difficult to, answer them and through via WhatsApp or anything. So, but I think it is very important you go through this thing. If there is any question that you want to ask, and you can drop your question in the comment section, and then we will attend to it. But we have about 15 or 20, about 30 something questions here that we will definitely sort out today. The first question, so let me go to this. Today is going to be more of practical steps to be free from loan apps. Practical, I'm going to give you step by step the practical steps to be free. We'll undo as many as possible scenario today. And I encourage you, please and please and please, you have to stay tuned and make sure you get to you join this meeting on time. You, if possible, you want to record whatever you want to do, or you can also drop your question, which is very important. So the first question with me here is, please, someone used my phone to obtain a loan without my consent. What steps should I take, and what is the best approach to resolve this issue? To be honest with you, although there might be one or two things around this thing that some people will say, okay, they were the one that actually apply for the loan, but they just want to cook up story. So let's assume someone used your phone to uh, to obtain a loan. Maybe probably most likely your OPay or any. Let's just take any app. The truth is this: for someone to use your phone to obtain a loan, that means that person will definitely know your BVN, your phone number, and your bank account. So although they can actually use your BVN, and there are a lot of loan apps out there that they are not verified, and the moment they get your phone, they download the app and they use your BVN to borrow money, and they transfer it to their own account. So I think one of the very first thing you need to do is to catch the person. Make sure you follow through and know the person. That's the first approach. So if anybody uses your phone to borrow, the best thing you can do is make sure that person pays the money. I think that's the best thing. But you don't have to worry yourself about all those things. If they call you, they will start threatening you. They will start doing all sorts of nonsense. You need to be very vocal, and